Anybody ever stay up late and watch ESPN? You guys were out having adult beverages. You weren't watching it last night. Well, I think ESPN 8, the Ocho, has probably given All In a bad name, right? They show the poker tournaments on TV now. They show all of that. And All In is kind of referenced as a gamble, right? Anybody seen this poker? Like the guy who does not look like he went to one of your schools, right? I'm just saying. And he pushes the chips in the table, and then he gets up and goes, woo, woo, right? He's waiting for the cards, right? And it's an all-in kind of move. It's a gamble, right? You've seen this. Anyone? At least those who watch ESPN, the Ocho, right? Yeah, but it's kind of put in as a gamble, as taking this high level of risk all in. I don't look at it that way when we think about our special approach. I look at it as table stakes, staying with the gambling analogy. I look at it as table stakes, all in. That means that you are giving of yourself in everything you do. So when we talk about igniting the leadership fire, I could argue this is the only one we ought to talk about. Don't let the student in and even deal with them if they don't have passion. Don't let them in if they don't have a positive attitude. But once they get there, you are all in on them. And they assimilate and become all in on your program and with you. All in, giving of yourself. So listen, you guys, we're just getting to know each other. I hope I have a chance to meet every single person after our time today. I'm here. I want that. That would be cool. Again, man, I am I am so happy for what you guys do. But do you think I showed up here and said to my administrative person, please put together the blah, blah, blah speech, and I'll just go check the box here in St. Louis? Do you think I did that? No, of course not. I want to do something to help in a small little way. All in, giving of yourself. And I got to tell you, there's so many people at Missouri State, at UCF, Michigan State, Purdue, some of the other programs that I've spent time at, and man, I see it. I sometimes see it from the most non-obvious position in that department. They become like the go-to people. You know who I'm talking about? It's often because they have this attribute, this activation around all in. And they say things like, anything you need, oh my God, I'm so glad you're here, welcome. And they know things about the students as they run into the students. They're all in. And when I think of positive attitude and all in, those two of our 5 ways that we activate our special approach, I'm telling you, right along the same lines as that chicken tender, it will change your life, all in. I'm talking about 8 little things, 8 pieces that I've seen help to ignite the leadership fire. This is Cheddar's leadership model. I can tell you again that I'm not smart enough to develop 37 leadership attributes myself. I may have had a role, but what we did was we went to people who were closest to the action. We went to employees and managers and general managers, area directors. We went cross-function. And we had a great gentleman who did an amazing amount of research help us with this project. We have 37 leadership attributes broken out by category. I won't go through that, but I do want to talk about 5 of the essential leadership attributes here. 5 of the 37. We have 3 areas, A, B, and C. This is the second one. It's called A2. It displays great energy. And by the way, is energy always physical? The answer is no. But I can tell you this, running the restaurant, you ever go into a restaurant and have bad service? Really? That's it? You go into a restaurant, you get bad service, and the server's moving around like this. Right? Yeah, so you were there. I was next to you. Right? How about the manager? Either you don't see the manager's like this. And then all of a sudden, the only excitement you see out of the entire visit, which was disastrous, is when you're leaving and they go, thank you for coming. It's like, what? Come again. What? That? Like what? I hope everything was great. It's too late, man, dude. I paid, I'm out. I think of A2, displays great energy as pace of the leader. So what about your department? What about your class? What about your function, your group, your team? What is your pace of the leader? And for those who want extra credit, because I know that's kind of how you guys roll, how about what's your pace for life? What's your pace as a husband, as a wife, as a parent, as a boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancé? I don't think I covered everything comprehensively, but figure it out. What's your pace? What's your energy for it? If you have energy for a relationship with a student, they know it. They know it. If you have energy, if I have energy for my general manager, Lisa Marsh, she's going to either know it. Lisa Marsh from our Springfield restaurant over here. Give it up for Lisa Marsh. She's either going to know it or it's not there. It's, there has to be energy around all of these things. I have seen this correlation over many, many years. The biggest team I've ever had work for me is 70,000 people, direct payroll. 70,000 people. The people who win have a pace of a leader. When you have a pace of a leader, people tend to follow, and that ignites the leadership fire. The next one I want to talk about is B13. Does not accept surface answers, seeks to understand root causes. This is not an academic term. I caution, chops wood. Chops the wood, does the hard work. Because as a business leader, if I'm dealing with problems on the surface, I'm not solving anything. I'm taking aspirin for an ailment that is not going to be cured. So you get that. That makes sense. Well, what about you? Are you understanding what motivates people deep down? Are you below the surface relationally, emotionally, understanding what drives them? Man, you do that. And I've had a few professors, I got to tell you, that cracked my code. And by the way, it wasn't that they spent an overt amount of time with me. They just got to me. There is no way I would have ever. By the way, here's an example of cracking the code and the importance of B13, chopping the wood, getting below the surface. I didn't finish my undergrad right out of high school. I told you I enjoyed bartending a heck of a lot more than that accounting class. I took about 14 years off for good behavior or bad behavior. So I'm telling you, none of you want me in your classroom. I'm just telling you. But when I went back and started taking classes and trying to put together my, by the way, I was a vice president at the time, fully employed. I was running 55 restaurants at the time when I went back from my undergrad. So I really had to be encouraged. But what I did was I found a few professors who found a way to link to me. I'd even have a professor who knew I had a 7-day trip coming up and I was going to miss a class. They'd send me an email, say, hey man, yeah, you need to do the work, but how are you doing? I need you to stay connected. You can do this. I got to tell you, we're talking about igniting the leadership fire. There's nothing more than that right there. It took that professor about 13 seconds to type that 2-sentence email, and it made a difference with me. You have this opportunity. I believe it's an obligation that you and I share to ignite this leadership fire with everybody that you touch. But making sure that you are chopping the wood, that you are below the surface matters. I want to talk about B28. Helps people understand the why behind the what. Isn't this really what you guys do? You guys provide that foundation. Your program provides that foundation. So I'm guessing there's no one in this room that's going to say, you know what, we really don't like to tell the why behind the what. No, we like to just tell them exactly what to do and nothing else. It's not going to work. It's not going to work in your program, and it's not going to work for me. So when we spend time with our managers, our leaders, we say, hey, listen, either here's what we're thinking about, what do you think? Or, hey, we've already talked about this, here's what we're going to do, and here's why we're going to do it. But isn't that what you do with your program? It really creates alignment, doesn't it? Within the entire staff, everybody's moving to the same beat. They're all moving because they understand the why behind the what. And I'll tell you, I've sat through some great classes in hospitality, and I've seen professors, instructors nail it. And even when the student moves on, or the class wants to move on, the instructor says, stop. I want to talk about inventory just a little bit more. But by the way, just a really exciting topic, right? But it's important to understand. And I'll tell you what, there's a generational change going on with that iPhone, isn't there? I can just black box this thing, man. Why are you guys doing the math? I got it right here. Here's the answer. You teach people how to fish, they will know how to fish and feed themselves the rest of their life. That has not gone away with technology. It looks a little different today, I'll give you that, but you got to do it. It is on us as leaders of both education and of business, restaurants. B31 shows a genuine interest in others' success. I cannot imagine anyone here that does not have alignment, a high level of alignment with one of our leadership model attributes, which we refer to as B31, which is interest in others' success. You know what? Make it personal. I'm not telling you go hang out with them. I'm saying make it personal. Make their success your success. So I got an email recently, and it was from a guy named Kurt. Kurt was a busser for me when I was a general manager. I was a general manager for 7 years in my career. I was a GM at a Carlos O'Kelly's. Obviously, no one's ever been there. I was a general manager of Carlos O'Kelly's in Fredericksburg, Virginia. We opened October 19th, 1987. This person worked for me while they attended Mary Washington College right there in Fredericksburg. I got an email. This person said, I finally tracked you down. I found you on LinkedIn. I finally found your email address. I guess they sent it to somebody else on LinkedIn. They got my address. They sent it to me. And he said, I wanted to thank you for everything that you gave me and the interest you took in me being successful and getting through school. He was a busser for me at a Mexican restaurant in Fredericksburg, Virginia. He is a practicing attorney today. I don't hold that against him. When you show a genuine interest in people's success, you change their life. You really do. And you will find, listen, at the end of the day, I don't know what retirement looks like. I'm 47. I'm hoping I got a couple more good years in me. But at the end of the day, is it really about the number of restaurants I opened or how big your program got? Or is it really about the people that you touched along the way? The legacy that you build in showing a genuine interest in others' success. That absolutely paramount hits igniting the leadership fire. I keep hitting that button. I love that button. C37 paints a compelling vision for the future. I hope your program has one. I hope your program, your school has that vision. Education is changing just like business is changing, isn't it? There's all kinds of things going on, and you've got to have that because that's what you're pointing to. That's the journey that you're outlining. And yes, we will evolve. Yes, we will grow. It will turn out to be different than whatever you have scratched on your paper today. 5-year and 10-year plans used to be the case in business, and now they're 3- and 5-year plans. And the 5-year plan, you say, yeah, that might not happen. That's a long time from now. Things are moving fast. But unless you have a compelling vision of the future, and then you're brushing it every day, you're painting it. I hope that my time yesterday, the 3.5 hours that I spent yesterday at our Fairview Heights restaurant with Steve, our general manager, and the other 5 managers, I hope that I built up and invested in C37 yesterday, which is painting that compelling vision of the future. I hope that I made some deposits on that because, like I said, this is what it takes to ignite the fire. This is it. And by the way, it's on us. I love that button so much. I'm going to do it one more time. That's cool. I feel like hitting it and then just saying, hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. But listen, it is all about igniting the fire. And I have to tell you, I'm going to put it on you. It's about your leadership. It's about your fire. If yours isn't ignited, then no one else's will be. So listen, man, this conference has been awesome. I said I may have crashed a few sessions yesterday. It's true. It's true. And by the way, I took a free night last night too. It was awesome. I wish I would have ran into Marriott people here. We would have had a good time. But listen, it is about igniting the fire, and it's on us. It's not on anybody else. Internalize it. Use that internal locus of control about you. Put it on you. So if it's about your relationship, it's about your family, it's about your career, please don't have it be a job. Have it be a career. And it's about your life work, your body, the footprint that you leave behind. I implore you to think about and to sign up in hard signatures, sign up for igniting the leadership fire within you. I want to thank you so much for your time together. Thank you so much. I appreciate being here. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Stay on stage with me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. What do you think? Yeah.
If my mic is still on, I just want to say I am on fire! I really feel it, I'm just saying.
Well, I got to say, when you started, first thing I thought, I need coffee. And by the end, it was like, I want to go do something. This is really good.
The coffee station is out the front doors to your right.
Well, Kelly, that was great.
Thank you.
You know, multiple standing ovations in one ICHRIE conference, I don't know. That's, I think that's a record, isn't it? That's pretty amazing. Excellent. So Kelly, on behalf of the entire International ICHRIE family, please accept this gift as a token. It symbolizes friendship, caring, sharing, and good fortune. You'll always be a friend.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you.
And we do have a big circle of friends, and we count you as one of them, so
Thank you.
Pretty outstanding. So thanks for attending. Thanks for coming. We actually, you may not believe this, but this is a good showing for after free night, so I probably wasn't supposed to say that, but
I'll trust you on that one.
Okay. So our dinner starts promptly at 7 o'clock tonight. After dinner, we'll have our amazing gala. I think you might be surprised. We're going to mix it up a little bit, have a little more fun. There won't be people prancing out because we're going to close the bar during the gala. No, not really. Well, part of it. So 7 o'clock dinner. Have a great day. Have some great meetings. And again, Kelly, thank you.
Thank you very much.